Welcome to the Newsix podcast for kids. Today is March 17th, 2026. Decarbonization is a big word that means reducing carbon emissions to help the planet. Experts say that moving to renewable energy like solar and wind can do more than just cut pollution. It might help countries get along better too, cutting the chances of fighting over fossil fuels like oil. Oil is linked to many wars in history. When nations depend on oil, tensions rise. But switching to greener energy can lead to a peaceful transition and fewer conflicts. Renewable energy, like solar, is abundant and can even work on cloudy days. There's a growth spurt happening in renewable power, but experts point out it's not happening fast enough. Changing our energy sources is so important for a cleaner, safer, and less conflict-driven world. A huge storm is sweeping across the U.S., bringing heavy snow and strong winds. States like Wisconsin and Michigan are dealing with harsh blizzard conditions, with some areas getting over 2 feet of snow. That's enough for some serious snowball fights. But it's not just snow-destructive winds reaching 70 mph or have been reported from Texas to New York, causing power outages for over 500,000 people. Be careful if you're near those strong winds. While some parts of the country struggle with winter weather, dry, windy conditions in the central U.S. could spark wildfires. A tornado watch is in effect for places like D.C. and Baltimore, so people are on alert. Weather can be wild, but it's fascinating to watch how storms can both help and harm. Stay safe and stay tuned for more weather updates. The buzz around Formula One just got a whole lot louder. The F1 movie recently snagged an Oscar for Best Sound, and guess what? Lewis Hamilton helped produce it. Meanwhile, at the Chinese Grand Prix, Kimi Antonelli raced to his first victory, and Hamilton secured a podium with Ferrari, proving he's back in form. After a tough year, Hamilton appears rejuvenated and ready to take on the competition, saying he feels like he's back to his best. The new F1 cars also fit his driving style better, making racing more exhilarating. Teams are battling fiercely on the track, but fans are loving the excitement with lots of overtakes. With discussions about tweaking the rules for better racing, the future of F1 is looking promising and packed with thrilling moments. Crabs have a challenging life in the Chesapeake Bay. Did you know that juvenile blue crabs often fall prey to larger crabs? In fact, cannibalism is their biggest danger. These little crabs start off as larvae floating in the ocean, then return to shallow waters where there's seagrass for cover. A recent 37-year study revealed how important these shallow habitats are. When crabs are young, they are about 60 to 80% likely to be eaten in deeper waters. However, in the shallows, that number drops to just 30%. Protecting these shallow areas is super important for keeping blue crab numbers steady, especially with dangers from human activities and other predators. Scientists are working hard to ensure a bright future for these crabs. The UK government just announced a whopping $1 billion to help create super-fast quantum computers. This major investment aims to keep brilliant scientists and startups in the UK instead of losing them to other countries like the US. Quantum computers are incredible machines that use super tiny particles called qubits. These qubits can do things differently than regular bits, allowing computers to solve complex problems a lot faster. Imagine a computer that can handle tons of information at once. The UK wants to be a leader in quantum technology, creating jobs and paving the way for amazing scientific breakthroughs like new medicines and materials. With this funding, the scientists here will help make the future brighter for everyone. St. Patrick's Day in 1916 was more than just wearing green, it was a practice for revolution. Armed groups of Irish men took to the streets in Dublin, Cork, and Limerick, marching to protest British control over Ireland. They didn't just want to celebrate. They were secretly planning the Easter Rising. This was a bold step, as many were unhappy about serving in the British Army during World War I. While some supported fighting for Britain, others split off to work on their own plans. The St. Patrick's Day parades actually helped them practice military maneuvers and show their strength. Can you believe nearly 6,000 volunteers marched, preparing for the fight they felt was necessary? This is all for today, and let's jump to our review section. What is decarbonization? Reducing carbon emissions. What state reported over 2 feet of snow? Wisconsin. What Oscar did the F1 movie win? Best Sound. What is the biggest threat to juvenile blue crabs? Cannibalism. What is the main purpose of the UK's $1 billion funding? To develop quantum computers. What event did the St. Patrick's Day parades lead up to in 1916? Easter Rising. As we wrap up, remember, change is happening all around us. Whether it's the fight against climate change or the pursuit of new technologies, you have a role in shaping the future. Stay curious, stay informed, and be the change you want to see in the world.